At the end of Summer Games Fest, which was 2 weeks ago, we were treated to the second trailer of Monster Hunter Wilds, revealing a multitude of things we could talk and speculate about, but everyone else has already done that to death. So let's just pick out a few things. Now, the most obvious starting point is the Balahara. Classed as a Leviathan?
Well, I haven't fought a Leviathan since Monster Hunter Tri. Back in my day, we used to fight them underwater. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh. Sorry, since Rise. Regardless, Balahara is seemingly special. Many of his animations may be recognizable as MHWorld's animations, but this monster is more than just that. Balahara fights the hunter by using its mobility over the environment by burrowing, swimming, and trapping prey in the sands. When the hunter falls underground into what I'm hopefully is a fairly deep underground cave system, the Balahara makes its entry through the ceiling. In another scene, it leaps out of the sand trap and buries into the opposite side. Now, tell me, do you see what I'm getting at? This movement is more of a blend between our most recent Leviathan, MHWorld, and the one and only Agnactor. Originating from Monster Hunter Tri, Agnactor was a Leviathan in the volcanic regions. Sporting an armor of magma which could harden over time and firing laser beams, Agnactor's most famous attack was its digging, drilling into the ground and leaping towards the hunter. Our key reference point here, as it even drills into the ceilings. Now, let's take a closer look at that skeleton as well. The Balahara swims through the dunes, and these dunes are not flat like in prior games. They are vast and uneven. We already know that the development team has been having issues when it comes to a certain monster class's skeleton coming into contact with the new terrains. And it can be hard to find some good angles, but its ass is not supported off the ground, in the same way that MHWorld or even Royal Ludroth appears. So perhaps we could assume that this kink has been ironed out, and perhaps the dev team can be more ambitious with what monsters they choose to bring back. Now, this isn't a is underwater combat returning video, despite how much I'd love to see it, but Lagiacrus was the face of this issue. If this issue has been solved, we could probably expect to see him make his return in Wilds. Potentially. Also because he came third place in the popularity poll. Anyhow, that Elder Dragon though, this beast of a monster looks like Capcom saw Zinogre, Astalos, and a little bit of Sharu Magana and said, make them have sex. Then they spat out this nasty bastard, which was probably painful considering the scales on this guy are arranged like that of a pufferfish. Then proceed to give it the fattest electric railgun they possibly could. Ryozo said that this was a monster of importance. If this monster becomes our flagship, it would be interesting to see what kind of role it plays. If it's the one causing the lightning storms, will they be a persistent threat across all maps? But if this guy doesn't control the lightning storms, then what would be the explanation for the other events that would happen on the other maps? An interesting theory would to be assume that there could be more than one Elder Dragon per zone. Let's discuss that story, shall we? While it's incredibly hard to try and piece together the story from what we have, I do not think that this trailer shows everything in order. First off, the chase scene. Get that out of here! The Sandskiff shot, followed by the Balahara pack being spotted, are our first scenes. Make note of the fact that there is no weapon on our hunter. So the only logical scene to follow this one is the Great Sword's unveiling. It also has the sail of the Sandskiff in the background. Some unknown scenes must occur, which result in us being off the ship and being accompanied by two secrets. We ride one while the other one has no rider, but seems to have luggage on its back. To the right of it is what I can only assume is the Sandskiff, and this may likely be a cutscene where we have to defend it. From this point onward, the rest is guesswork. I think that we're sent out to look for this person as a key quest after we reach the village. Then the Shogunate entering the village is anyone's guess. Our next lot of information is arriving during Gamescom, where there will be a playable demo. Now, despite the 2025 release window, a playable demo should be a good sign that Wild's release could be sooner than expected. If we're lucky, I would guess that we could see a Q1 or Q2 of 2025, albeit this demo isn't public for everybody yet, and will only be available to those who attend Gamescom, but I think our public demo isn't far behind. Either way, hunters, stay safe and happy hunting.